What's up YouTube? I am back with another review. Today it is going to be, well tonight, it is going to be the 2008 Chunyunxiang Spring ripe pu-erh cake. Once again, I probably really butchered it. It's probably some Chinese guy screaming at a screen saying that I suck at life. It's fine. Anyway, it's like the 2007 Minghai. I'm not going to try and finish that again. I broke it up and didn't save the wrapper, but I will leave a link in the description. This is a ripe pu-erh cake, which is different from, no, this is a raw pu-erh cake, or a green pu-erh cake, which is different from a ripe pu-erh cake in that it's unfermented, sort of like white tea, like green tea. It's just, it has a different aroma, different flavor, and also a different, the liquid's a different color. So let's get started. This is, let's just go ahead and stick that in there, like that. And you'll probably notice, other than the fact that I have a bunch of sediment, see, it's a different color than the other. It's kind of a yellowy color, which is kind of neat. Cool. Alright, got all that sediment out of there. Ready to brew. Got my tea towel, which is very handy. It's way more absorbent than a regular towel, and it's a dark color, so it doesn't really stain. So this is more of an acquired taste. Basically, once you acquire a taste for ripe pu-erh tea, then you kind of have to acquire a taste for this. So it's different. I liked it right away, but I'm just weird. So here we go. See, it's kind of a yellowy color. Really kind of looks like urine on the camera, anyway. But it does not taste like urine. At least I don't think. If urine tastes like tea, I would be drinking my piss all day. Okay, that's kind of disturbing, and I lost all my subscribers because of this, probably. Anyway, moving on. It's really late, and I had like 4 cups of coffee tonight. I go to this coffee shop, and every Friday, Saturday night they have live music, so that's what I did for a couple hours. It definitely smells a lot different from a raw, or from a ripe pu-erh cake, or ripe pu-erh. It doesn't smell like a tree. It's really hard to describe its scent. It's kind of like trying to describe, the scent of, I don't know, anything that doesn't really smell, any scent that doesn't smell like anything else. Like lavender, you really can't describe lavender unless you know what lavender smells like. It's kind of like a very smoky green tea, but not really. If you imagine the aroma of a very smoky tea and kind of make it green, but a very ferment. Okay, imagine kind of a medium darkness, or an oolong that's kind of medium darkness, and make that very smoky, and that's vaguely what this smells like. So here is, see, that's what it looks like, yellowy color. Now I shall try it. It's very good. Could be steeped a bit longer. It's, it really needs to steep longer. I kind of thought it was ready, so I'm just going to go ahead and plop that back in there. Sorry about that. That's the first time I've ever screwed up brewing tea on a TeaSpotlight. Oh well. Give it a couple stirs. And that's the thing about using this tea bubble, or tea ball, tea ball. it's not as precise as other instruments. Okay, take 2. Now it's definitely darker. Okay, sorry about that. I was hoping the video would be over by now. Notice my TeaSpotlights are always like 8 minutes. Okay, so it looks a little darker. That's mainly the camera sucking at being a camera. Let's hold it up longer. Yeah, that's just kind of the background. Really, when it's not on camera, it kind of looks like a very dark white tea. Or like if you brew a green tea, like a light green tea for way too long, just grab a cheap green tea, like a green Pico, which I did in one of my TeaSpotlights, brew it for about 10 minutes, and that's what this will look like. Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, it smells a lot better now. Imagine what I mentioned before, a little less smoky, more minty. That's what it smells like. Oh yeah, that's much better. Definitely much better. Very interesting flavor. That was a weird sound, that was not a burp, and that was something weird in my throat. Who knows? Anyway, this definitely tastes... Okay, imagine a very lightly... Okay, imagine like a Yin or something. Take out any trace of smokiness, have that aroma be in your nose, but make it kind of a minty flavor. And that's kind of like what this is. Some people, like my dad, he really likes raw or ripe pu-erh. He doesn't like raw pu-erh because it's kind of sour. Not sour, it's just kind of bitter. At the front, it's very bitter, and then when it gets towards the back, it kind of turns sweet. And then if you suck in air afterwards, let me try this. If you suck in air after you swallow it, it tastes like kind of like peppermint. It's a really strange sensation, but it's really cool. The cool thing about raw pu-erh is that you can store it for many years, as long as it's decent quality stuff. This is 2008. On pu-erh Shop, it's under the, I think it's Green Special, which is like higher quality stuff. It's around $15, so it's a cheap, high quality green pu-erh. Then I have a 2009 American How, which is it's really good stuff. It was about $40. This is definitely nowhere near as good as that, but this is pretty darn good. If you want an entry-level raw pu-erh, or green pu-erh tea, the 2008 Chunyunxiang Spring cake, definitely a good way to go. One thing I will say about this is I really don't detect any of that bitterness. There really isn't a whole lot of bitterness. It kind of lingers. It's just really interesting tea. It's really hard to review because it's so unique. And I don't have a whole lot of raw pu-erh or green pu-erh, but I've only had 2 kinds ever in my life. The American How is obviously better than this one. I'll have to do a review of that pretty soon, but as far as tea goes in general, this is pretty high up there. If you want to try pu-erh tea, go ahead. Even if you don't have any pu-erh tea and you're interested in trying it, go to pu-erhshop.com. I have a link in the description. Grab the 2007 Minghai Yuchen Chang and the 2008 Chunyunxiang Spring. They're lower priced, but pretty good quality. And it's definitely unlike any oolong or black or green or white tea you'll ever have, or herbal or anything like that. Pu-erh tea is very popular in China, and that's because it's delicious. So anyway, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs it up, all that good stuff.